Alright, good morning everybody. So I only found this out this spring when I was dumping bins. The township south of the Mattawa River here, over in Mattawa, the whole town council has changed their tipping fees and their bylaws for the landfill site over here. Last year was basically based on single axle, tandem axle, tri-axle truck, size of your truck, size of loads, and per cubic yard how much you were paying. And this year, sorry, in December of 21, just this past winter, they changed all those bylaws. In their mind, they simplified the bylaws, which they didn't. It hurts a small guy like me. But anyway, what they did was now they charge $40 a cubic yard. I used to be able to dump there on Saturdays when the dump's open. I can no longer, because I'm commercial, dump on Saturdays when everybody else is there. Because being a small business owner, I'm probably a millionaire. So I have to pay $45 now on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Call, make an appointment, they'll meet me out there, they'll unlock the gate after I give them $45. That's the beginning. I have to give them $45 after I make my appointment, and then I proceed to go into a landfill site, and I pay $40 a yard to dump whatever's in the bin. So do the math. A 14-yard bin times $40 plus HST plus the bin rental. It doesn't make it very cost effective to rent bins, really, not right here anyway. So while I'm paying $40 a yard to dump material and all these surplus fees, I need to get the most boom for my buck in a bin before I go over there. So this morning I'm going to do a little bit of load compression, and I'm going to make sure that I get the most boom for my buck, because very difficult for a small business owner like me to rent out bins when you're paying and charging residential homeowners. I don't do any commercial. I've got residential size bins, and that's what I do. So it's hard for me to justify and roll into a homeowner, all you guys watching, myself, just working class people, and give them a bill for $700 or $800, you know, to dump a bin. By the time you pay your taxes and gate fees and tipping fees and bin rentals, it's very pricey. So anyway, I do have a bit of a beef with that bylaw, and I called them and I let them know, because if you want small business to flourish and you want to create work, or you want to inject money, whether it be through advertising, through donations in the town to get your name out or whatever, it has to be cost effective. It has to be good for both parties. And you know what? People have this mentality that if you own a small business, you're rich. Well, I'm sorry to say, people, try spinning a truck down the road and buying this small equipment and buying a bin and everything else. You know what? You don't make a fortune owning a small business. And actually, the small business guys are the ones that got hurt the worst during this COVID. And right from the municipal level of government to provincial to federal, you know what? It was very tough for a lot of people to keep their head above water. But anyway, that's a little bit of my beef this morning. So I'm going to do a little bit of bin compression, because I have to take this load in and I have to tip it. And so I want the most boom for my buck. One thing I forgot to mention, this year I have a commercially zoned spot I rent for my bins too this year. So when I bring a bin home on my truck, I'm doing my own cleanup here, and I'm also hauling my own gravel. So that's not only my bin truck, but that's also my dump truck that I haul topsoil and gravel, and I bring it home to do work around here. But to work with zoning bylaws this year, I now have a spot rented where I keep bins, and I just go in there and I'll pull a bin in and out of there. So it just keeps the legalities where they're supposed to be, and the static where it's supposed to be, and it just keeps things, you know what, where they're supposed to be. All right, so we're gonna do a little compression here. I can't help it. I saw this, we just had to replace this dishwasher, so I want to take up as little space in this bin as possible. Like I said, I want my money's worth at 40 bucks a yard. Rather satisfying. So that bin right there, there's probably 2 yards, 2.5 yards of material in there, maybe 3 yards at the most, just because of the massive amount of airspace in there and everything else. So we'll say 3 yards, 40 bucks a yard, 120 bucks plus 45 bucks to get in the gate. So 165 bucks right there. 165 bucks just to truck it over there and dump that right there. So what happens when you get a rate change like that, and I can see it, I've already seen it anyway, is people won't pay high tipping fees. I've seen it already because I've grouse hunted up here in the bushes I've cruised these back roads and went bunny hunting and partridge hunting up on these logging roads. You go back these logging roads in the Crown land, guess what you find? You find garbage loads like this that guys take back with pickup trucks and trailers. I found renovation material. I have found shingles. I have found cinder blocks. Anything that you could incorporate with construction, I found it back here off these logging roads, off these old abandoned cuts back in the bush and everything. You go back there, you'll find it. I've probably found half a dozen old windows, broken windows, and that's direct reflection of these guys and people not wanting to pay tipping fees. It's too much money, and so they're either going to bury it on their property with a machine, which is a shame too, or they're going to dump it on the Crown land where there's nobody around, and that's just what you get, man, and that's just how things roll. All right, I just thought I'd show you a little compression with that Kubota 80 and share a bit of my beef with those tipping fees, because when they do things like that, I really think they're going the wrong direction. But that's just my opinion, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.